Okay, welcome to the Lockdown Economy, a social nonprofit initiative by the think tank AlterContacts to help small businesses and self-employed professionals overcome the challenges of the pandemic and reactivate the economy. My name is Rosie Allison. I'm the local interview host today, and today we are in Germany with our guest Amie Mignatti, and she is a wildlife education leader running nature-based outdoor programs for children, families, and adults in and around the Munich area. Welcome to the Lockdown Economy, Amie. Nice to have you with us. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit more about what you do as a business.
Okay, so I run holiday programs and Saturday courses and weekend courses for families and children and adults in and around Munich. So I take them into the forest, teach children and their parents how to make fire without matches. We track animals. I do pocket knife courses, so teaching them how to make things with wood and with fire. Those are mainly my parent and child courses. And then I do weekend retreats for women in nature, camping and fire and spending time in the forest. And then holiday camps for children. So week-long day camps for kids where they get outside, are in the forest. Yeah, mainly in the forest and with fire. So in that direction.
Wonderful. It's a really nice initiative, especially in these days when we tend to be behind a computer for a lot of our time. So
Exactly.
obviously this relies on having groups together, close contact with humans. So
Mhm.
how did you deal with the situation in Germany with the pandemic and the lockdown?
Well, it's been interesting because we had a major lockdown, I think like most of Europe did, for 10 weeks. I think mid-March to the beginning of June, around then. And so I was completely shut down. I couldn't work at all. There was just no possibility. And then things opened up. It was a gradual opening up, but because I work outside, I was able to start work back again. The idea was that we still had social distancing with the children, which is really difficult with kids. It's difficult to enforce, but being outside, it was a bit easier because they have a lot more space to run and be free. Um, but I was able to start to work again pretty quickly, and all of my classes and camps and everything that I did filled up. I mean, everything was booked out um, until end of September. So I had a really good season. I always said in that time that I actually profited from Corona because people weren't traveling anymore because Germans travel a lot, especially when the weather's good. They go to the beach and take the 6-week summer holidays and just travel, but people weren't traveling much. And they wanted to do things outside. That was the other thing. I felt that people were inside for so much and were also quite afraid of the virus. And so they wanted to be outside. But a lot of people, as you said, we're on the computer a lot, don't really know what to do outside. And so I was fully booked for months, which was great after having 10 weeks of having basically no income. Um, so that worked. But then we went into a lockdown light in November. And I had a full November program planned and I had to cancel everything because at that time, uh, the time period from when they announced the lockdown to when my courses started, it didn't give me enough time to figure out how I could still run the courses because I found out later that it would have been possible, but you have to dig pretty deep because the Germans have a lot of inconsistent rules. And I found, I wouldn't say a loophole, but the possibility for me to be able to work under children social children's programs. But I had already canceled everything and I figured it out too late. And now we have another full lockdown starting tomorrow for, at this point, 3 weeks. But this is anyway my slow season. So I'm not losing so much. But in all of this, I've been asked to do a lot of children's birthday parties because people wanted to be outside. They wanted to have, you know, the number of guests that they wanted to invite, like 10 kids or something, and they could do that outside, but not inside. So I've just had to cancel a lot of things. And the birthday parties at this point, I think I had 4 planned for the next month, had to be canceled as well. So in that case, it's been pretty tough. And I had to cancel my retreats in France as well. I have a retreat in France every June, a yoga and hiking retreat, and that I had to cancel. So yeah, I would say it's affected me very intensely. And then I had some really good months, some really successful months. So it's been, you know, up
Yeah.
and down,
Yeah. And I want to,
more down than up.
sure, yeah, I think for everybody during this period, there's a lot of challenges, unexpected challenges. But I'd like to focus on the period in which you were actually able to get more clients back to your business.
Mhm.
How were you able to contact this kind of new population of people that maybe in the past would go on foreign trips, that were now more interested in going on a retreat with you or wildlife education with you? Did you change your marketing strategy, or how did you let people know that you were there and able to do an activity for them?
So the platform that works the most for me is Facebook. There's a group of, because I'm American and I work in, I guess I should have said this earlier. I'm American, I live in Germany, and I do everything in English.
Okay.
So I have a very defined niche here. It's not, there's a lot of German programs out there, but there's nothing in English. I think as far as I know, I'm the only one in Munich. And so there are several Facebook groups with 5,000 to 8,000 members on them for parents in Munich. And so I just post what I'm doing on there. And this is how I've always done it. And I've had an amazing response through that. So that's been, and then of course, word of mouth. Word of mouth has always been the biggest one, but new clients have come through Facebook and through, I guess, friends of friends who've booked courses with me. So, and it was very easy, very easy. I didn't have to spend any money on marketing at all.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's great advice for anybody. Just visibility, the social networks are there, and so use them during this time. And so, like you mentioned, at the moment, some more regulations going into, certainly in the Netherlands, where I am now, more of a second lockdown period. But how is your business going in the current climate?
It's not. I can't do anything. I have some packets that I've put together for Christmas gifts for children that parents can give their children, which has been mildly successful, but nothing really big. I've made some videos for parents to be able to get outside with their kids and put them up on YouTube, but that's also, it doesn't bring any money. It's just more exposure, and also just offering free ideas, because I don't think at this time people need to be spending money on everything. I mean, of course, I need to have an income, but I also think it's just good to give them ideas to get outside, because the social impact of what this is having on children and families by having to be inside all the time and not really know what to do. Because a lot of people here, at least, they go do things, they go do activities, they go ice skating, they go watch movies, they go out to dinner. But going out into nature is not something that people just, get up and do willingly. They don't know what to do. Maybe they go for a walk, but like really to spend the day out there. So I have put together a couple of videos and, shared them. But as far as like any kind of income generation, I don't have anything. I teach yoga once a week online, but that's it. So yeah, it's not been so easy.
No, of course
No.
not. And hopefully for you, by keeping your visibility up on these social platforms and posting these videos, like you said, which I will definitely link below this video, so you can check that out. Hopefully your clients will come back when they are allowed to, and it's safe to do so. So the final thing, thank you very much, Amie, for all of your insights today. It's been really interesting to hear a very different type of business to what we've heard before in these interviews on the lockdown economy. But as always, there are things that small businesses need help with. So if you could name 3 things that you and your business need help with in the current climate, that's possible, maybe, obviously, delete coronavirus would be excellent.
Yeah.
What would they be?
It's difficult for me to say because what I really need is the ability to work. I mean, of course, I need financial support. I have applied for the government assistance, but have not heard anything. They promised it, and let's see. But I mean, more than anything, it's just um, I need to work. I need to have the ability to make money. And I don't know, I guess for me, I don't really know what to do outside of working with children. I'm not one to be online, and this goes very much against what I offer and what I believe in. So I think sometimes training in online programs or how to get things online would be beneficial, but it doesn't really fit for what I do. And so I'm really at a loss as far as what I need, because the exposure is there for me. I have the clients, and I know that once I start working again, they'll come back. I mean, it's always been like that. I always take also a couple months of the year off during around this time because it's winter, and then work again. And my work is more seasonal. So I don't really know, maybe some ideas of what I could do to go, what direction I could go in. But online stuff is really not for me and kind of against what I do. So yeah, maybe somebody who has ideas.
Well, excellent. This is a
Yeah.
platform that we can put that out there. So if anybody does have any ideas who is watching this, feel free to get in contact with Amie or myself, because like you said, there are some businesses that simply can't continue during this time, unfortunately. But it's been great to hear how you've managed to keep your visibility up, which, like you said, I'm sure will be valuable when eventually the pandemic is over. So thank you very much, Amie. It's been great speaking to you. And like I said, I will put some contact details in the description below this video so you can get in touch with Amie. Please like this video, subscribe to the AlterContacts YouTube channel, because in the coming few weeks and months, we're going to have many more small businesses sharing their insights with you.